So next one. So process of inheritance. So how the inheritance is implemented in the programming. So let us see one example. Here we are declaring the class vehicle. So this is the superclass. So this is the superclass. So vehicle is the superclass here. So here we are going to inherit the properties of vehicle to the four-wheeler class. So we are going to declare the class four-wheeler. We are going to declare the class four-wheeler. So which inherit the properties of vehicle. So four-wheelers means we have some properties of vehicle. So four-wheelers is the type of vehicle. So vehicle has two types. Either it may be two-wheeler or three-wheeler or four-wheeler. So here we are creating the class for four-wheelers. So which has the properties of vehicle. So this is the concept of inheritance, extends. Here we are using the keyword extends. So then in the next level, so in four-wheelers, we have two types of four-wheelers. Either it may be cars or it may be trucks. Either it may be cars or either it may be trucks. So here cars is the class which extends the properties of four-wheeler. Which extend the properties of four-wheeler. So trucks is a class which extends the properties of four-wheeler. So likewise, we can inherit the properties from the superclass. So likewise, we can extend our program to the required level. So let us see the syntax. So this is the syntax for implementing the inheritance. This is the syntax for implementing the inheritance. Class B extends class A. So extends is a keyword which is used to perform the inheritance concept. So here A is the superclass. So B is the subclass. So B is the subclass. So subclass must be declared first. Superclass must be placed after the extends. Superclass must be placed after the extends. So this is the basic syntax for implementing the Java. So next we have so many types of inheritance. So first one single inheritance. Second one multi-level inheritance. Third one hierarchical inheritance. Fourth one multiple inheritance using interfaces. So this is not done in Java. So Java supports only three types of inheritance. Java supports only three types of inheritance. First one single inheritance. Next one multi-level inheritance. Third one hierarchical inheritance. So Java doesn't support the multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance means containing the more than one superclass. So containing the more than one superclass. So that is not possible in Java. So Java has only single superclass, only one superclass. So in Java, we don't have the multiple superclasses. So that means if you have the multiple superclasses means then it will be treated as multiple inheritance. So in C++ supports the multiple inheritance. But in Java doesn't support the multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance means containing the more than one superclass. So but Java supports only single superclass. Only one superclass must be there in the entire program. We cannot have the more than one superclass. So we cannot implement the multiple inheritance directly. So we can implement the multiple inheritance by using the interfaces. So multiple inheritance is achieved by using the inheritance interfaces to some extent. So generally, in general, Java does not support multiple inheritance. So Java does not support multiple inheritance. So Java supports single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. So let us see one by one. First one, single inheritance. So single inheritance means it is simply type of inheritance in this class extends another one class only. Here only one superclass, one subclass. In single inheritance or single level inheritance, we have only single superclass, single subclass. So A is superclass, B is subclass. So B inherit the properties from A. So B is going to inherit the properties from A. So this is called as single inheritance. So this is called single inheritance. So next one, multi-level inheritance. Next one, multi-level inheritance. So multi-level inheritance means we have multiple levels of inheritance. That means, so we have the superclass A. A is the superclass here. So B is going to extend the properties from A. So B is going to extend the properties from A. Again, C is going to extending the properties from B. Likewise, class D. So class D is going to extend the properties from class C. Next, class E. D. Class E is going to extend the properties from class D. Next, class F. Class F is going to extend the properties from class E. So likewise, we have multiple levels of inheritance. For each level, the superclass and subclasses are interchanged. So in the first level, in the level 1, so this is level 1. In the level 1, B is the subclass, A is the superclass. In coming to the level 2, C is the subclass, B is the superclass. So in the previous level, B is the subclass. In this level, B is the superclass. So this type of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. So next one, hierarchical inheritance. So Java supports hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance means it is going to be one superclass. So A is the superclass, B is the subclass, D is the subclass, C is the subclass. So all these are going to acquire the properties of only A. Only A. Here superclass is A. So all these subclasses B, C, D are extending the properties from A. Only single superclass. But in the previous example, multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, so B is extending the properties of A, C is extending the properties of B. That means superclasses are changing here. But in the hierarchical inheritance, all the subclasses are inherited from the only single superclass A. So B extend the properties of A, D also extend the properties of A, C also extending the properties from A. So this is called hierarchical inheritance. So next one, multiple inheritance. So Java doesn't support the multiple inheritance, but we can implement the multiple inheritance by using the interfaces. By using the interfaces, we can implement the multiple inheritance to some extent. So let us see this. So class A, class B. We have two classes. Class A is superclass, class B is superclass. Class C extends the class A as well as class B. So this is not possible in Java. Here more than one superclass is present here. Class A is superclass, class B is also superclass. So class C is going to extend the properties of A and B. So that is not possible in Java. So Java doesn't support this concept, more than one superclass. But we can implement this concept by using the interfaces. By using the interfaces, we are going to implement the multiple inheritance. That means more than one superclass to some extent. So here A is the superclass, so B is the subclass. So class B is extending the properties from class A. Class B is extending the properties from class A. So implements X comma Y. So here X and Y are interfaces. X and Y are interfaces. So implements is a keyword. Implements is a keyword used to represent the interfaces. Implements is a keyword used to represent the interfaces. So extend is a keyword to perform inheritance. Implements is also a keyword which is used in the interface concept. So like this, we can implement the multiple inheritance in Java. So that means at a time we don't have the more than one superclass. So Java has only one superclass. అర్థమైందా? So next one. So types of inheritance ki just simple example codes. సో ఇంటర్ఫేస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్ లో వస్తుంది. సో దాని గురించి డీటెయిల్డ్ గా నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్ లో వస్తుంది. ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్ తర్వాత మనకి నెక్స్ట్ ఒక చాప్టరే ఉంది ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ అనేది. జస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి మల్టిపుల్ ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్ ని అచీవ్ చేయడానికి ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ యూజ్ చేస్తారు అని మాత్రం తెలుసుకోండి సరిపోతుంది. సో ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ అంటే ఏంటి, దాన్ని ఎలా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తాం, దాని సింటాక్స్ ఏంటి, ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ని ఎలా డిఫైన్ చేస్తాం, ఇవన్నీ కూడా నెక్స్ట్ యూనిట్ లో వస్తాయి. ఫస్ట్ సింగిల్ ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూడండి. క్లాస్ ఏ డిఫైన్ చేశారు, అలాగే క్లాస్ బిని డిఫైన్ చేశారు. క్లాస్ బి ఎక్స్టెండ్స్ ద ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఫ్రమ్ క్లాస్ ఏ. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద సింటాక్స్ ఫర్ సింగిల్ ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్. Single superclass, single subclass will be there in the single inheritance. Next one, multi-level inheritance. So multiple levels of inheritance. That means subclasses and superclasses will change. Suppose here A is the superclass. So B is the subclass, C is the subclass. So B extends the properties from A. So here B is the subclass, A is the superclass. So in the next class, C is the subclass, but here B is the superclass. So B is the superclass for class C. So this type of implementation is named as multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Next one, hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance means all the classes, all the subclasses will extend the properties from single superclass. So that is, so here A is the superclass. So B is the subclass, C is the subclass. So B and C extends the properties from only A. But in the multi-level inheritance, extending the properties from A and B. In hierarchical inheritance, all the classes, all the subclasses will inherit the properties from only single superclass. So this is hierarchical inheritance. So next one, multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance is not supported by Java. So if you want to use the multiple inheritance means we have to use the interface concept. So here we are defining the two interfaces, interface X and interface Y. So here we are creating the class A. So class A is the superclass. We are going to create the class B, which inherit the properties from class A, and the class B is going to implement the interfaces X and Y. Class B is going to implement the interfaces X and Y. So this is how we can implement the multiple inheritance. By using the interfaces, we can implement the multiple inheritance. So this is the basic syntaxes for various types of inheritance. So next one, let us see some simple examples on inheritance. So can anyone explain this code? can anyone explain this? So here, so this is the example program for single inheritance. So this is the example program for single inheritance. So here a class is defined here, demo A. Demo is the class name. So he is going to create one method, display A. So the method consists of one printf statement. Superclass is superclass method that will be printed. So this is the up to this demo A class is defined. Next, he is going to create the class B, demo B. He is going to create the class demo B. So which is going to extend the properties of demo A, which is going to extend the properties of demo A. So then he is going to have another method, display B. Here he is going to print the subclass method. So up to this, the code is for display B. Then, so every Java program must have some main method. So here we are declaring the main method. Then we are going to creating some objects. We are going to creating the objects. Why we are going to creating the objects here? Why we are going to create the objects here? So to access the methods, yes. So for accessing any variables or any attributes or any class members, we need a object. So we are going to creating one object obj1 of class demo1. So we are going to call the invoke the method display A object obj1 dot display. Then we are going to creating the object to obj2 of class demo B. So we are going to invoke the method display B. So if you want to access any method or any variable, we need an object. Through the object only we can access the variables or methods. So if you declare the method as static, then we don't need any object. If the method is of type static, then we don't need any object to access that method. So this is the simple example for single inheritance. Next one, multi-level inheritance. Let us see that. Multi-level inheritance. So multi-level inheritance means, so A is the superclass, B is the subclass. B extend the properties from A. So in the next level, C is the subclass which extend the properties from class B. So class B is superclass for class C. Then class D, we are going to create the class D. So class D is the subclass which inherit the properties from class C. So here class C is superclass. So let us see one example for multi-level inheritance. We are defining the A1 as class 1 class. We are going to declare the variables, class variables as JK. Then we are creating the method display A, and we are going to printing the J value and K value. So that is, then we are going to print the multiplied value also, J into K also. So this is the display method of the class A1. Then we are creating the class B1, which extends the properties from A1. That means B1 is the base class, B1 is the subclass, and A1 is the superclass. So here he is going to declare the some variables M. He is calculating the product value. He declared the product as int M into J into K. That means here only we have M value. J and K values are inherited from A1. That means we can use the values J and K here. We can use the values J and K here. Here we don't declare the J and K values. Here we are going to inherit the properties. We are going to extend the properties of A1. That means A1 has J and K values. A1 has J and K values. That we are reusing the J and K values here. Here we have declared only M value. J and K values are in the superclass. So the variables are inheriting from the superclass. Next he is displaying some method, display B. He is printing the that value, that product value. Then he is going to create the C1, class C1. So which extends the properties from B1. Which extends the properties from B1. That means here A1 is the superclass. A1 is the superclass here. For creating the B1, B1 is the subclass, A1 is the superclass. So while coming to the C1, C1 is the subclass, here B1 is the superclass. Here B1 is the subclass. Here B1 is the superclass. So this type of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. So this type of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. Next, he is creating some variable P. He is displaying the method and he is printing the multiplication P into M into J into K. So this is all about classes. 3 classes he has defined A1, B1, C1. So C1 inherit the properties of B1, B1 inherit the properties of A1. Then he is creating the some main class, main method. He is creating the objects. He is creating the objects A1, OBJA, OBJB, OBJC of type A1, B1, C1. He is going to access that variable obj a dot j is equal to 4. He is going to assign the values to the variable obj a dot k is equal to 5, and he is invoking the method display a obj a dot display. Likewise, we can initialize the variables I, j, m, and we are going to display. Same, we are going to display the C. J, K, M, P are the variables, but in the class C1 we have declared only P. We have declared only P, but we are using the JKM. We are using the JKM also. That means we are inheriting the properties of B1. That means B1, in the B1 we have the variable M, but JK values are in the class A1. That means B1 is going to inherit the A1. That means in the A1 we have J and K. For that purpose, we are going to accessing the JKMP values. So that is the concept of inheritance, multi-level inheritance. So next one. So next one. Some simple example of multiple inheritance. Example of multiple inheritance. So previously we have said that Java doesn't support the multiple inheritance. So if you write the program by using the multiple inheritance, the compilation error will come. Let us see that. Here we are defining the class A. So here we are going to defining the class B, which extends the properties of class A. So B is the subclass, A is the superclass here. Then, so we are going to declare the class C. So class C is the subclass and class A is the superclass. This is okay. Then So we have the some lines of code missing here. Let us check this. Up to now the program is okay. Suppose we are going to declare the public class D extends class A comma class B. So we are going to define the classes like this. So we are defining the class D, which extends the properties of class B and class C, which is not possible here. We don't have uh, two superclasses at a time. We don't have two superclasses at a time. Either it will be B or it can be C. Either it can be B or either it can be C. So both are not allowed in Java. So this is the simple example for multiple inheritance. We don't declare the class. We don't declare the more than one superclass at a time. Either we have the class C or either we have the class B. So we don't have the both the classes as superclass at a time. So this is not possible in Java. So this is the simple example for multiple inheritance. Next, hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance means, so we can take this example as hierarchical inheritance also. That means class B extends the properties of class A. Class C extends the properties of class A. That means only one superclass. All the subclasses have only one superclass. Here class D extends the properties of public class D extends properties of class A. So this is the example for hierarchical inheritance also. Hierarchical inheritance means all the subclasses will inherit the properties from only one single class, A. So D also extends the properties from A. So this is called hierarchical inheritance. So this concept is called hierarchical inheritance. So these are the simple examples for single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. So multiple inheritance is not directly implemented in Java. With the help of interfaces, we can implement the multi-level inheritance. So then we have some disadvantages while using the inheritance. Those are, so the tight coupling between the superclass and subclasses increases and it becomes very difficult to use independently. So in the beginning of the classes, we have discussed that so every software engineering program or software should have low coupling and a high cohesion values. Low coupling and a high cohesion values. So low coupling means low dependency. Low dependency. Here, if you consider these examples, so inheritance means class B. Suppose take this example. So here class B is depending on class A. So class C is depending on class A. So class D is depending on class A. That means we are going to dependency level is increasing here. So while using the inheritance concept, while using the inheritance concept, the coupling level is increasing. So the coupling is the dependency, interdependency between the uh, modules. Interdependency between the modules increases. So that is not advisable in the software engineering. So there should be low coupling in the while designing of the software. So if you implement like this, uh, that means every subclass will depend on superclass. So which can be not treated effectively in software engineering. So the coupling should be low. That means the dependency should be low. So that means inheritance should be implemented to some extent only. We cannot inherit the all the properties from one superclass to the subclass. So if you do like this means dependency, interdependency will increase. So which is not uh, advisable property in software engineering. So that is the main disadvantages of inheritance. Then program processing time increases. Program processing time increases. That means, so while executing the class B, ij values will be there. So ij values are declared in the class A. That means the control has to go to the class A. Class A. That means suppose you are going to declare the class C. So class C has some variables ij, k, l. So ij values are in the class A. So the cursor has to go to the class A. So this type of implementation needs some processing time. So this is the second disadvantage. Then third disadvantage is when some new features are added to the superclass, the derived classes as a part of maintenance, the change affect both classes. That means in the maintenance, so some new features are added into the superclass. That means if you add the some features to the superclass, same will be reflected in the subclasses also. So that is one disadvantage. So if you delete some methods in the superclass, then automatically the methods in the subclasses are affected. So if you do the changes in the superclass, the changes will be affected in the subclass also. So these are the main disadvantages of using the inheritance. First one is coupling. Second one is processing time. Third one is maintenance. Fourth one is method deletion. So these are the main disadvantages of inheritance. So next one, object class. We can see this in the next class. So any doubts? Any doubts? So in the today's class, we have discussed the concept of inheritance and types of inheritance. We have seen the syntax for inheritance, and then we have seen the syntax for types of inheritance. Any doubts, Anaya? So, okay. Thank you.